All right, today we're going to pull back the curtain on a really important legal institution, the High Court of Azad Jammu and Kashmir. We're going to break down how it works, what kinds of cases it sees, and why its role is so critical in the justice system. So let's just dive right in.
So, first things first, what is this court's whole purpose? At its very heart, it's all about creating a space where people can resolve their disputes fairly, without any prejudice.
And look, you can't get much clearer than this message from the Chief Justice. The two big words here are fair and impartial. That's the promise, right? It's the foundation of the whole thing. It means that every decision is supposed to be based purely on the law and the evidence, nothing else. That's a huge commitment.
Okay, so what does that actually mean in simple terms? Well, think of it this way. If a case is decided in a district court and someone feels like the wrong call was made, the High Court is the next stop. It's an appellate court, which is just a fancy way of saying its main job is to review what the lower courts decided.
So now that we know its purpose, let's dig into its foundation. Where did it come from? How is it actually put together?
Yeah, this court has some real history. It didn't just pop up out of nowhere. It was first set up way back in 1948, but it was the Interim Constitution Act in 1974 that really cemented its authority as we know it today. So you've got these two key dates that are the pillars of its story.
And who's making the decisions here? Well, it's a pretty select group. The whole court is made up of 9 judicial positions, and that number includes the Chief Justice, who leads the whole operation. Now, this is a really smart part of the court's design, its locations. The main courthouse, or the principal seat, is in Muzaffarabad, but they also have these 3 circuit benches in other cities. And that's absolutely crucial, because it means people don't have to travel all the way to the capital for their appeal. It literally brings justice closer to the people.
Okay, so we've got the structure, we've got the locations, but how does that all translate into the day-to-day work of the court? Let's step inside and see.
You can think of the justice system like a ladder. Most cases start on the first rung, in the district courts. If there's an appeal, they climb to the next step, the High Court, which is our focus today. And if there's still a challenge after that, the final step, the very top of the ladder, is the Supreme Court of AJK.
And this is a super important distinction to make. The High Court isn't there to redo the whole trial from scratch. Its job is to be a reviewer. The judges are looking at the original case and asking one key question. Was the law applied correctly here? It's a fundamental check and balance for the entire legal system. And this slide is fascinating because it gives us a real peek into what the court is dealing with every day. I mean, look at the variety here. You've got everything from disputes with the government and arguments over appointments to deeply personal family law cases and serious criminal appeals. It really shows you how the court's work touches almost every part of life.
All right, for our final section, let's zoom out a little bit. Where does the High Court really fit into the bigger picture, and how does it connect with the very people it's there to serve?
Now, it's really easy to get these two confused, but the difference is vital. Think of the High Court as the main hub for appeals, the place that handles that first big wave of challenges coming from all the district courts. The Supreme Court, that's the court of last resort. It's the final say, and it only hears appeals that come from the High Court.
And this brings us right back to where we started, that core mission of fairness. Because in today's world, fairness also has to mean transparency. By making things like case lists, their status, and the final judgments available online for anyone to see, the court is doing more than just using tech. It's actively building public trust. It's showing its work.
So we'll leave you with this question to think about. When justice isn't just something that happens behind closed doors, but something you can actually see in action, how does that change the way we trust the entire system? It's a powerful idea to consider. Thanks for joining us.